As evident, it is SpeCial versus Neeb. This should be a sick Mexico versus America match, but it's complicated a little bit with SpeCial being in Korea. So I don't know how this will affect server adversity, but I do know that the North American server has been riddled with issues. Like, not to say, oh, the East is better than the West, it's just in general, the North American server is crap. SpeCial's going for a proxy again, by the way. We saw him do this earlier versus Hellraiser, so not surprised to see it again. But I'll just quickly lay out that just like Hellraiser, I don't think this will work. Obviously, that'll be up to Neeb. But I will say Neeb, in particular, has had quite a few games where he's been playing on Europe. He's actually, I think, from what I understand, more comfortable. I haven't asked him directly. I believe he's more comfortable playing on Europe right now than North America. That really highlights the sad state of the North American server. But oh, this changes up a lot of things, including my opinion. This is a 3 racks, not a 2 racks. This is a lot more committed. This is also a lot more damage. This is going to be something that Neeb, I mean, he scouts and knows something is up. He just doesn't know the degree to which or what. So stopping the bunkers is one thing, but knowing that you have all these extra Marines coming your way is another. Hey, Heartbroke. How's it going, man? Did you come for a good old taste of that no delay? Tastes delicious. All right, scouts up here. The next thing for that probe to confirm, other than doing some harassment, will be to see whether a factory goes down at home. He saw no gases, so my best guess is Neeb knows it's a 2 racks minimum. Doesn't know for sure it's a 3 racks. Oof, probe goes down. That's
First blood.
Stalkers can counter Marines pretty hardcore. They just have faster range, kite from further away. Zealots, unfortunately, and these probes pulled, they're just here to buy time for the Stalker to get out, essentially. If the shield batteries finish up, fantastic, but that's where the probes start getting sacrificed a bit. With the Zealots being juiced up here by the shield battery, they're also soaking a lot of what should be reserve energy for that Stalker. He's going to focus fire the SCV to stop it from finish building the bunker, but SpeCial has pulled the SCVs from the other side of the map. Pulling the boys, bring them to the front line. Certainly exciting to see, but with the Zealots still standing, it's like a bladed wall. Those SCVs will not easily get surrounds on these units, especially with the probes helping guard this. But man, the Marine count is growing pretty intensely. Like I said, there's a big difference between the damage a 2 racks versus a 3 racks does. Neeb has to counter, pull the boys. Everybody is kung fu fighting. And unfortunately, with all the SCVs killing all the probes, nullifying it out actually goes better for SpeCial. So GG. SpeCial takes the first game. It's really awesome. But I just missed the intro for Neeb. Let's not miss the intro for this guy. To the bottom left, the Mexican Terran. It is SpeCial. And he is moving out on the map once again. Key differences in the barracks also lie in what the gas intake looks like. Whether SpeCial takes a bunch of gas or not. Well, a gas or not, frankly. Where's this SCV going? Interesting. This is such a sick mind game barracks placement. Neeb could look all over every which way and would never look here because there's not a chance in hell that he's going to go Nexus quickly after going down one in the series. So SpeCial will go unscouted for a considerable amount of time, and as Neeb scouts the other side of the map, his inclination will likely be to scout like north or east, but not his natural necessarily. There's a good chance he just walks by this a fair few more times, and the fact that 2 gases were taken tells us A, SpeCial's going to get a Reaper out, but Neeb is going to take his natural. Oh, he hasn't seen it. Mapu, look, he hasn't seen it. He rallied the probe. He still hasn't seen it. Okay, sees the SCV. That was so fishy. Oh my god. Now look, this kind of Reaper like this usually means a factory goes down at home. And this Reaper, oh, it blocks it out. That's so nice. This Reaper can usually pick up sometimes 2 to 4 probes, really depending on how it gets controlled by Neeb. I mean, I think these first 2 probes will be easy kills. As the Zealot comes out first, it could fort this maybe. And the factory follow-up is at home, so there is a way to play out of this without it being super duper all in. SpeCial is so much better than Major ever was. I mean, technically true, Like that subreddit, like technically the truth. Oh, the Reaper here sadly is gonna go down. A bit late on the grenade for the deny, but you know, this delayed the natural a little bit. It got him some scouting. All in all, this wasn't like a total waste by any means, but it didn't give him the kills he wanted, and that kind of sucks. So I mentioned earlier I'm sipping on a Red Bull, not sponsored by the way. You know what the worst part is about this? It's not water. I wish I was just drinking water right now. Where are my hydro homies at? Give me a one in the chat if you a hydro homie. I'm about to swig my last bit of water, guys. I don't want to get up to get more. Oh, I'm gonna miss this guy. Savor it, Rifkin. It's so good. Ah, sweet, sweet water. I really regret, you know, there's a lot of things in life I regret. My first interaction with my first girlfriend. First time I fucked up at a job, right? A lot of things I regret, but nothing I regret more than waiting too long to understand just how good water is. It took me 25 years to understand how good water is. Like, I think part of it was like growing up, you know, we couldn't afford soda. So when we get soda, it would be heavily guarded and like, oh, you can only have one a day maximum. Like, so you didn't think about water. You wanted the soda. You wanted the fruit of temptation. Bel Air, what's up? Hey, Bel Air, you need to shut the f up in game, dude. Oh my God. You guys typing about betting $10? Oh, I love you, bro. Thank you for the raid, though. I hope you had a fun time casting. I'm assuming you're tapping out because you did a bunch of the European ones too. But Bel Air's the German guy I was talking about earlier, guys. If you guys ever want to swing by his channel, it's usually German, but he does speak good enough English to say hi, hello, and be friendly. But if you guys are tuning in, you've joined just in time for Game 2, Neeb versus SpeCial, with SpeCial being up 1-0 after a proxy racks play. So hopefully it catches everyone up who wasn't here for the series. You will hit your bed very hard. Dude, I hope it's so comfy when you land, bro. Have a good night, Bel Air. Not going to be able to use the Liberator this game, actually. The Phoenix is going to serve a lot of good purposes in terms of crowd control, but they're also just going to kind of uncontestedly kill the Liberator. Timing for this push is a little funny. Combat shields being a priority. No second tank. There might not even be a push. You might just try and use the Liberator for harassment, but my fear is that if that thing spawns with the Phoenix here, it's super dead. So yeah, he has to chase these Phoenix out of the base.
Glory to the Daylom.
By the way, everyone come from Bel Air's stream. Guten Tag, and how jealous are you that I have no stream delay? Sorry.
I got too much money, have some.
How much for a Beast of the Hill tournament? Not tonight, Dale, but thank you for the $10. We could definitely do one though, for sure. Yeah, I know you're active in Discord. Poke me in Discord and remind me after this. I'll look into it though, because that would be a fun day. Was this like a dedicated noob day or something? Stream delay required by TSL. Yes, you have to have a 2-minute delay. Oh, Force Field doesn't actually move the tank, but it does keep the Marines from walking away. Phoenix come from the backside. Nice pickup. Oh, also nice pickup. Scoops up the front line with the medevac. Gets those out from in front of the force field, but I don't think there's enough juice here at a SpeCial to keep this going. The siege tanks have mostly been broken, and the army supply is getting a little bit weak. Immortals are just made for this. SpeCial taps out, and Neeb holds that push very, very convincingly. Tying up the series 1-1. I've missed the intros again. Top right is Neeb. There we go. I technically nailed it. Bottom left side of the map, Blue Terran. He is SpeCial. You want the replays? No, I don't want the replays. I'm not gonna go cast that. I'm old, dude. I've done 3 best of 69s in my career. I've cast 2-hour-long matches for a small period of time before Fire What's-His-Face took the record. I cast the longest game of StarCraft 2. I'm good. I don't need an 1.5-hour long replay. Thank you, though. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that. Anyways, Special's gone for the proxy again. This is a 1-rax proxy with a gas. It's going to be a Reaper, and it's going to be an opening. This is going to look a lot more similar to game 2 than necessarily game 1. Belair says he needs professional help. You know what, dude? Me too, because sometimes, like, God, everyone in chat's going to crucify me for this. Sometimes I miss Heart of the Swarm host. Sometimes I miss 4-hour-long CVCs. I know I'm sick. Something's wrong with me. To be able to admit that freely, something's wrong with me. We're all a little screwed up, dude. We're all a little screwed up inside. You know what it is? It's because I haven't had enough water. I've been drinking this stupid energy drink when I should have just been drinking water all this time. I would see so clearly. Do you want me to unfollow? Does that mean you're following? Thank you. Thanks. Oh my God. All right, so the Reaper coming out, it's an early Reaper. It's gonna maybe be met with a Zealot, but could still maneuver past to grab a probe or two. But with the Stalker coming out, there's not a lot of longevity for Special to stick around. So he'll get some scouting. Oh, pulls the probes. Oh, ooh, doesn't get the probe. This kind of sucks. Why isn't the hydration bot here? I know I grew dependent on it, Dares. I actually did. It wasn't there to remind me that I've been broadcasting for 3 hours and 42 minutes and I should have drinking 16 ounces of water by now. Well, it's me, Miss Poor Little Hydrobot. Belair, what are you doing? You're sick. Go to bed. You just finished casting an 1.5 hour long PvP. You insane. Have a good night, dude. Thank you for gifting up 5 subs. Druno, Relic Station, Pandolfo, Malatesta, Esquire SC2, and Fotista Esquire. Guess what? Belair now owns you. You are his sub-slaves for the month. Anything, if he wants you gone, snap of his fingers, I'll ban him. All right? Belair's in control.
I like you.
Social distancing. Okay. The barracks arrives back home, but this wasn't really integral. This was, of course, just a little bit of hoo-ha out on the map, getting some early scouting, possibly picking up some probes. The big question, though, is whether he's going to sacrifice this for mech or add-ons. If he does decide to play bio behind this, which I would really like to see, cool. But Special's actually been a really heavy mech player for a long time recently. So we'll see if that ends up being the pivot. The barracks still hasn't landed. There's no tech lab being prioritized. Oh, he puts the reactor on the barracks, though, so maybe it will be bio. Pumping out a couple Marines for the time being, at least. But Banshee and, of course, Cloak could be a pain in the ass to deal with, as detection's going to be fairly limited from Neeb. Hellions also looking for an opening to get in. They'll ride right on by, and the Oracle already popped its juice on the Reaper, so the Hellions end up lining up 5 shots. Now it needs 8 for this to be worth it, technically. Not really worth, but still disrupts the economy. Looks like somebody's not gonna be hired to cast Red Bull Zelnaga's Finest. Yeah, I already wasn't. That's like, well, it looks like somebody's not gonna be the 1998 president of the United States. Oh, you're right, I wasn't. Good job. Looks like somebody won't be on Mount Rushmore. What's wrong with you? The Banshee's actually managed to get by everything undetected, by the way. And I said detection is going to be limited. There is an Oracle about to spawn, so Revelation on the Banshee shouldn't be too much of a problem. Cyclone gets a couple shots off, but this is how much damage does she do? There's no shield battery here, so the Banshee kind of gets to free fire for a bit. The anti-air isn't the problem. Again, it's the detection, so pick it up, could just fly away, wait out the Revelation, and possibly go back in for round 2. There's still time for Mount Rushmore. True. I could hire some kind of gigantic terrorist sculptor and change some of the faces around, make them a little bit more portly and Asian, and make it Rifkin. Easy. Now, while that first Banshee has everybody chasing it, the second Banshee stealths on in. Neeb picks up on this pretty quickly, though. He is a pro player after all. I can't imagine somebody being at Neeb's like level of play, right? Like you're Neeb, you're that good at the game, right? And you're just sitting there like, my probes seem to be dying, but I can't see why. Okay, so the early Banshees end up killing a lot more probes than I expected, to be honest. Not enough to me, oh my god, Special's insane, he's ahead of the game, Neeb doesn't stand a chance! But it did get enough workers to keep them on even footing. And with Chrono Boost, typically the Protoss player should be ahead workers at this point. Certainly ahead bases at least. Special has just floated his over to land his on location. Oh, if she could have gotten that last shot on the sentry, that would have been sweet. But we kind of mucked about earlier, is this going to be bio, is this going to be mech? And when he put down the barracks on the reactor, I thought, oh, it's bio, he's building a ton of Marines. And Special has built a lot of Marines. But these appear to just be kind of early game anti-air units because he is building mech behind it. Double armories, triple factories. So Cyclones, especially Cyclones with Magfield Accelerator, will be one of the greatest assets to shooting down these units in the sky. But I mean, mech is a slow build up, it's a slow ramp up. You know, with bio you can get on the map pretty quickly with a low number of units. You know, you put 8 Marines in a medevac, you could be devastating to a base. Mech doesn't really have that option. Mech you kind of have to bulk up a little bit more for, and especially if you're doing the Cyclone build, because you'll need Cyclones to protect your own Cyclones. Oh god, I swear I just heard Corona Boost. Oh my god, dude, the Protoss, they used the 5G and the towers to call down the Corona Boost, and that's how they pump out these probes so quick. They kill off the humans to make room for the probes. When you think about it too, probes are all about the money. Protoss are just the stock market. The 5G causing the Corona Boost increases the gains of the stock market at the cost of the people. Oh my god, it's a giant metaphor. Blizzard knew. Blizzard fucking knew before the rest of us. And they didn't tell anybody. I gotta get my tinfoil hat, guys. Last thing I'm not letting this fucking Nexus put its Corona 5G in my head. 1 sec, I need a hat. Okay, tinfoil hat is on. I am safe. 0% chance the Corona is gonna get me through this Protoss player. Not today, Neeb. Oh my god, and Neeb's American. It makes sense. Oh my god. It started as a joke, but it's becoming too real. You actually have a tinfoil hat. Where's the... Hang on. You guys ready for the best emote on Twitch? I'm about to drop in the chat. Riff Conspiracy. There we go. I liked it because it incorporated my name. Riff Conspiracy, huh? Anyways, tinfoil hats aside, these Hellions are still getting a couple kills here and there, but they're not causing anything too devastating. I mean, Neeb's on 72 probes. Granted, Special's on 74, but Neeb's got 5 bases to spread these through. Special has not been practicing social distancing and has 3 bases very clumped up. Nani? Rifkin right now. Hey, what is that face? What is that supposed to be? That's Matthew. Oh, yo. What is that emote, dude? How dare you? Oh, this is kind of a sacrifice. This is not a mistake. This is not an oh my god, Special got caught out moment. He's trying to get rid of the useless Marines that he built earlier for early game anti-air and make room for some more of the bigger, better units. But there's 3 robos coming out at a time. 3 robos are producing 3 Caloose. So Neeb's gonna have production where he normally wouldn't. A lot of the weaknesses I find with Protoss armies when you're watching these games is, you know, they'll trade out evenly with the Terran. They'll all blow out one, you know, the Colossus go down, the tanks go down. But at the end of the day, the Terran player's got like 7 facilities to rebuild with. Most Protoss have like 2 robos at most. The fact that Neeb has a 3rd one means recovery from battles is going to be a lot easier for him than your average Protoss player, especially when you consider air unit outside of air units, period. Immortals and Archons are some of the best ways to deal with mech. This has just been the case forever. Immortals, especially with barriers, are just super powerful, super frustrating units to fight against. Did somebody say dare? No, nobody said dare. Nobody here is protesting drugs, okay? Go back to your adminning job, dares. I'm making the waving of my hand motion right now. Stupid TSL stole dares from us, by the way, guys. He's not adminning this for us. He's adminning it for TSL. I'll never forgive him. The probes are pulled away, but Special's not going to give chase. He's satisfied just killing the base. My fear for this is Neeb is not coming home. He's going to try and base trade this a little bit. Now the depot wall is great. It slows down the attack, but the SCV is getting pulled. Well, that's not good. He's pulling the SCVs into Colossus. That was a nice donation from SpeCial, I guess. He, of course, is still wrecking on the other side of the field. Getting on top of Neeb's production facilities that I had fawned over so kindly before. Robo's get knocked down. They're unpowered too, so nothing finishes. Base dies. Neeb kills this base in terms of like units here, but he doesn't kill the actual base itself. Oh, an extended thermal lance was denied with like 1 second left on the timer. I didn't even realize. That takes away a lot of power from the Colossus. It doesn't make them useless, but it does strip away some of their power. That range is huge. This is looking pretty good for SpeCial, but in this intense base trade, it is not over until the fat lady sings. It's not over until you guys go to bttv.ting.com and save $25 a month signing up for Ting. It's not over until you download Raid Shadow Legends. Cancels the Void Rays. Interesting. Maybe not confident they'll finish up. Wants to use the money somewhere else. Barely gonna finish +3 armor. He could recall to the bottom right potentially. Neeb is wrecking everything SpeCial has on the defense. Neeb can recall. That's what's really key here. Neeb can recall, SpeCial cannot. So if it does come down to a straight up trading of the bases, Neeb could actually trap SpeCial in the main, like fully and entirely. And Neeb has chosen to build a bunch of gateways to the south with this Nexus. He recalls, I think, whatever was in the main base. Yeah, probes and immortals. Okay, I like the moves Neeb is making. But he still has a lot of siege tanks that need to be broken this game, and that is not going to be an easy task. Maybe if he catches SpeCial moving between locations and unsieged, sure, but with a Raven in play, this Raven actually just became one of the most important units in the game because it guarantees DPs can't win this for Neeb. It also guarantees that there's going to be a little bit of assistance to the tanks if they get caught out. Interference Matrix could knock out 2 of the Colossus, for example. Neeb taps out. GG. SpeCial's too much to handle. And our Korean Mexican Terran advances on to the semifinals.